Going live, and the chat is not up, and I don't know why, so let's pop it out so I can see what's going on. All the way to the right side, because I don't need to. Yeah. Alright. Awesome. Don't need to see myself that much. I already do it enough when I vlog every day, and I edit all the time. I need to find another chest. You guys are probably gonna. Oh my god, he has so much health. Not even drunk. Just exhausted. Frustrated at folks not getting inside. You know, they want to chat with me on Instagram, and I'm like, hey, what you want to talk about? They take like 3 minutes to get back to me. Like, do not engage in a conversation if you have no intention of responding in a timely fashion. I have I have terrible bad ADD when I'm this exhausted from the sun and working out, and I don't have time. I don't have brain. I don't have time. Okay, we're not gonna clear up that guy just yet. I could free him. Yes, that's cool. Or I can find more of these rift hidden chests. Nothing in the chat. The chat's not going to have anything for a while. I am going to share this out on the Twitter. Tweet. I'm just like, last week was telling me so much stuff about engagement in the vlog or the live stream that I'm just like, fine. I will do my own thing. That means play WoW. That means play WoW. Oh my god, the big guys are way more numerous out here. What are you, the lithium deposit? I'm gonna keep randomly checking the chat just in case anybody shows up. Hey, big guy. Oh, I'm gonna fucking invis out of this shit. Bye. Invis. Dude was hitting me from behind like I was some. Ooh, famished darkness. That's what I need. That's exactly what I need. Hi, Dirty 30. I'm just playing WoW right now. Last week's live stream kind of was like half an hour of doing nothing, so I figured I'd at least keep myself interested. I have the chat popped out so I can alt-tab to it just fine without losing anything on WoW that might murder me. Like that guy. I'm so sorry you guys can't see what's going on, though. It's ice block to heal. Duh, you can ice block to heal. I took that ding ding. Ding dong. Skittering shadows. Of course it is. But yeah, since it's only on the right side of my screen and covers up very little of my gameplay thing, I can alt-tab really fast. And, there's a rift. Trying to find rift hidden stashes is the thing. But I don't want to lose the thing that I have. Completing the quest. If you want to talk football, let's talk football. You want to talk WoW? If you have any idea on what you want to do by talking about WoW, I guess you could. I'm in the mood to talk, and I've got someone on Instagram direct that I respond in like a minute, like seconds, because I get the notification, and then he responds like 3 minutes later. Hi, Theo. Hello. 3 minutes later. How are you? Exhausted. He hasn't responded yet, but I know how the conversations typically go. And it makes me like really like halfway paranoid that my brain's just like, I'm just over the top, like running through so fast that I talk so fast for everyone. They don't know how to react as fast as I do to my thoughts and interactions and stuff. So sometimes I sit here on the chat and I'm like, hello, did you go away? Did you alt tab? Did you not want to talk? You just come in and say hi, leave? Because my brain's like, hello, it's been like 10 seconds. Why are we not talking? I understand there's a delay and everything, but it's still just like, what? Think. Oh, I probably could have used that thing to bypass the soul-starved thing. Probably. Should have thought about that one. Phase in and out of reality to swing by actual phases. It was like stealing. Oh, haste. Love it. I have dinner this time. I don't need to order away for it. I swung by on the bike to get it. But that's like on my Insta story. Fuck, I need to make a TikTok. I think someone asked about my cleats. I'm going to be making a TikTok live on live stream. I'm going to go live on TikTok. I hate vertical. I mean, I like short little vertical videos on like contributing to the essence of an FYP for other people. That's fine, but I don't know. Being limited to just vertical video, it seems awkward. I can't even get like money from it. So, I mean, I can get money here, but is your favorite brand of equipment, whether helmets or pads have you used? I have used a Shut, actually, was my very first helmet in the original suit up video. I think it was a Shut. The green uniform, the pit bulls, that was a Shut. I'm not sure. I think it was just a basic Shut. Nothing special. I haven't used my Panthers helmet, but it's a Riddell Speed. I can definitely see why a lot of people like that helmet. I'm looking over at it, and I've had my Zenith. I haven't, like I said, I've only used the Zenith and the Shut because that's all I really had. I pretty much used the Shut until I got the sponsorship for my Zenith. Pads, my very first shoulder pads were ones I bought from the team, and I think they were so bad. They were so big on me. But I wound up finding some actual shoulder. They were like adult medium, adult large. They were huge. And I mean, they worked. Is there any pictures of me in that? So you guys can see what I mean. I think so. I'll look for it here in a bit. Kind of in a danger area on WoW right now. I can remember that comment. I'll bring that actually up tomorrow. That way I'll be able to download the picture and show y'all. Because like when I went and tried out, I had no helmet, I had no pads, and I needed like everything. So I wound up just buying the helmet and pads from them for like 150 bucks. It was like 125 for the helmet, 25 for the pads. And then I actually found some pads at Goodwill that I wound up using after that. Because they were just, they were just craptastic. So it was weird to use anyways. And then with that same sponsorship time from Safety First Sports, I got those shoulder pads, actually liniment, Wear Shadowland Sunblock. Excuse me? Whatever. The pads that actually I moved here with, and those are these are shut Varsity Flex 4.0. I have a thing on my channel for that. It's a review of it in the practice jersey. Apparently, when I tested it out on the door frame in my apartment, it scared some people. So that's that. And, now I have my Zenith pads because I used those for so long, but lineman, my tie broke the little banding in front of it. So I just decided, you know what? I got money. I'm going to go buy some new, nice bands because I was looking for actual like linebacker because those are skill pads and they work, but you know, I was a little worried about doing more damage to my collarbone. With skill pads being a linebacker. So I decided to get some heftier pads. And we're at the present. King B, there you are. I'm number 44 in for Mike linebacker. Ooh, health. Yay, mending moths. We love you long time. Number. Fear and Feartech. I don't know what language you speak. King B could be literally Fear und Vierzig in German. Fear and Feartech in Dutch. I don't know what it is. Like in French, it would be something like 424 or 224 or something like that. I guess. 4-4. My phone number, it's a Netherlands phone number. I don't actually know it. In case you're, it like starts with +31 and then it's a 6. There's like a 00 in there somewhere. We don't use our phone numbers around here for a lot of things. So that's, I don't actually know my phone number. It's my WhatsApp is actually on my US phone number still. So that's a bit awkward to give out to people. Do I track my calories or on a specific diet? So no, I do not track my calories because I did. For a long time, I did track my calories way back when, and I did lose weight. But the issue I have with tracking calories is the fact that it's so meticulous. Like, I get it, you know, it's supposed to be, but it's just like, it feels unnecessarily precise to say, oh my God, I'm down to 4, you know, I had a 483 calorie negative today. That's insufficient. and all that jazz. When like it's fine. Like if you're trying to lose massive weight, sure, maybe count some calories so that you know that you're not eating 4,000 calories in one day. Why is everyone attacking me? I'm just using minor AoE spells. Stop! But I'm not trying to lose massive amount of weight. I'm not trying to become some bony little defensive back. I'm a linebacker. I just want to lose some fat, gain some muscle. So I don't need to. Fuck, Invis, damn it. Or everybody. Go, Raptor, go. Chat. Love watching it. Want to be friends. I mean, sure. We just got to talk and get to know each other. Friendship is not just simple agreement, I guess. You don't just say like, hey, let's be friends. Okay, let's be friends. Yay, we're friends. That's not how it works. If that's how it works, then you are significantly easier at socializing than I am, because that has never worked for me. I mean, Facebook friends, but really, who counts that? Drained of power. Oh, I can't actually turn any more things into snails. Oops, already did that quest. Nice. You play football. Then what your number? My number, you want my phone number, but it's tied to Google Voice. You're not going to get anything out of it. You know, if you text it, you're just going to be emailing me. Unless you want to make an international call, and then I have to go through an app and figure out what the hell my phone number is, because we don't use it here in the Netherlands that much. Nobody calls me. QB and linebacker. That's a combination. I would say fullback and linebacker, running back and linebacker. But QB and linebacker? Whew. All right, let's see. Is there any chests down here? No. Well, that is a phone number, but yeah. 8675309. I mean, you got to be old enough when you hear that number. Oh, I mean, that's pretty much it. Where do you play? Like, come see you play. Okay, where? I sure hope to gosh it's in Europe somewhere, or, you know, and on top of that, the Netherlands. I can't really travel with international restrictions right now. The Netherlands has been put back on the red list, and the United States just going all to hell and back with its Delta variant. Can't really travel internationally right now. In Dallas. Like Texas or Oregon? Unless there's a different Dallas in other states. I mean, there's probably like at least 50 Dallases or something. I would ask you to come see me play in New York. Yeah, I'm in Europe. It is 6:20 right now in the evening. I'm already done with my day. You know, it's not. If you stay on this live stream the entire time, it's going to get dark out there near the end. But I'm also going to be a little tipsy because it'll be like 8 o'clock when I'm like starting to drink. Why am I drinking? Because I don't have football practice tomorrow, because people are like, man, it's summer, it's sunny, let's go on vacation. Where are you going on vacation? To the campgrounds in Ceylon? Fuck. Weirdos. We're going to take their kids to, yeah. In New York, it's 12:20 right now. The reason I keep a clock, an analog clock, is so I can do geometry, figure out time zones. I literally shaved today. Play by Lake June, 12:29. Yeah, or 12:19. Yeah. My clock says 6:19 right now. A little off, but I need to find one of these chests. I need to go find a Riftbound Fort Guide. Heal. In Texas, yeah, it's in the morning. I know. It's also like 9:18 if you happen to live over on the Best Coast. Best Coast, West Coast. Yeah. Come on, there's got to be a chest around here somewhere. I've only gotten 3 of them. 3 or 4? I should probably get done with this assault. But yeah. I wear number 44 because, I don't know, I like repeating numbers. And 33, like, my team doesn't have every number. And 55, they didn't have 55. I wanted 59, but I also was a little, we don't have every number. So I picked 44 because I like repeating numbers, 22 or 11, 22, 33, 44. And I knew that somewhere in the 40s, I was ineligible to play on offensive line. So, whereas if I picked like 55 or 59, like Luke Kuechly, I would have been able to play on offensive line. But in the 40s, you're not able to play on offensive line. So, woohoo! It's entirely possible. We have an outside linebacker who wears 37, and sometimes he'll go put on a 60-something to go snap. Bacon sandwich. I'm playing World of Warcraft right now. I'm doing the Night Fae assault on the Crucible of the Damned. And I'm trying to do some of the little extra stuff on the outside, but whatever. I'm just going to go free up one of the guys in this quest and then help Droman Tashmur defeat Lord Drental? Where's that? Whatever. All right, get back on my bug. Arn in the NFL? No, I play for the AFBN. I'm in the top division, the top league of the Netherlands. So October comes around, everything's not going to crazy. We actually have a season. At the end of the season, get through all the games, win stuff. We will go to something called the Tulip Bowl, because the Netherlands and tulips, look it up. And if we win the Tulip Bowl, we become national champions. Basically the NFL of the Netherlands, but nobody gives a crap about this sport here. There's like only 1,000 players in the entire country. So fun times. I don't know what you mean, Zachary, by a bacon sandwich. It kind of worries me that it's only bacon. But then again, I'm also thinking about Dutch sandwiches where they're like, oh, it's a boterham. Has nothing to do with butter and has nothing to do with ham. It's just 2 slices of bread. I am 40 years old. Damn, Jesus Christ. Shades just do not want to die. I don't need to be in this realm anymore. I can get out, go turn in some of these quests. Yay. All right. Tab. I look 29. I know. That's why a lot of my teammates, birthdays function a little weird here. I have to plan it, get everybody prepared. Plus, with COVID restrictions. Anyway, so like none of my teammates have ever been to a birthday party for me because birthdays work weird here and all that. So I don't, nobody actually knows, and everyone's just like, oh yeah, Theo, I mean, you got a long time ahead of you in football. I'm like, do I? Do I? And they're like, yeah, you've got at least 10 more years. And I'm like, I'll be 50. And they're like, you'll be what? Because they really do think I'm like in my late 20s or early 30s. Because I'm a big old baby face. Or something. I don't know. But it's all kind of in how you act. It's not necessarily... I mean, yeah, the physicalities of being old do take its tolls on American football. You know, like I'm not going to necessarily be as... I'm not going to heal as quickly as it comes from a receiver. I can still train, but I can only train so far. But, you know, with faltering age comes great wisdom. Whatever. I'm like losing track of that. Yes. You need to target something first. I'm very aware, Raleigh. Jesus Christ. I need a target. Look at the animal pool. What are we doing? What is this? Why did it go away? Yeah. Oh my goodness. I like you as a weapon. Good Lord. I don't even know how to pronounce that. What is your name? Chris, you forgot. Whatever. What's his name? KrrripriripkrAAK. Fuck that. Fuck these trees. Must be the Droman language. Are you literally home?
Yeah.
I swear to God you told me you were going to be out later. Did everybody get like overheated or something?
No.
No?
I had to leave at 6. Well, had to leave to be home at 6.
Mm.
And wanted to take a nap before 6. So,
Lake June, Dallas, Orulus. I mean, I could Google that. I don't know what you want me to do with that information. How do I get dark? This is the weirdest fucking quest. I have to get 7 Mossworn missive scraps, which is easy. Just kill Mossworn. And I have to get Dark Marrow. I'm like, what? How do I do that? There's Gabriel. Yeah, Aaron's actually here. Kind of surprised me that he's here. So I don't have my magical wand to turn them into snails so I can stomp on them. I picked the right covenant.
Yes, you did.
As I did. Oh, I also got something out of a chest. It's called Moss-Worn Sunblock, something like that. Like, I'm sorry, what? Maybe I moved it over here. Oh, Ashen Liniment. Use. Wear Shadowlands Sunblock. A popular sunblock for trips outside the Shadowlands. Wait, what? What?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I mean, do you want me to Google that city or something? Okay. I mean, I could look at, I can put it on Google Maps. An ear-splitting Winnie. Oh, I don't care about that. Lake June. Whoa. That's the Netherlands. Lake June. Lake June Road, Dallas, Texas. That works. I'm being attacked. Oh, look at that. There's a giant freaking road going through the middle of a city. city is just intensely big and intended for cars, and it's hard to look at from this guy. Ow. Every once in a while, I look at U.S. cities from the sky, and I'm just like, you guys need help. Yeah. I'm not gonna get in a group with a fucking warlock from Corona. Fuck y'all. I don't care. I'm gonna solo this shit. You wanna bring your little buddy around? Fine, that's fine by me, but I'm not gonna get in a group with you. Okay, now what? I need to go get Looming Darkness. Oh, I probably need to go get Dark Marrow from the River of Souls. Not the greatest minis here. Not the greatest little movie. River of Souls was a little weird. Swoosh. Swoosh. I'm just invising out of this shit. Someone's like lagging on me. Just trying to hide from Big Bad. I can't actually see how many people are still left in the thing. I'm just all tapping over to the chat every once in a while, and like, hey, are we still here? The guy on Instagram still hasn't gotten back to me. I responded almost immediately to his thing. It was like, this is why it's hard to talk online, is because people are like, hey, how are you? And then put their phone down and like walk away, or they put it in their pocket. And I'm like, it's one of those people that I just sort of like don't necessarily engage in major conversation with, because I know that they're not fully into the conversation. And there's also literally people like me who will just talk and talk and talk and talk. And talk. And I can talk just about anything, about anyone, to anything, kind of. And other people are like, I don't know what to say. Like, you know what to say? Did I completely expend your queue of thoughts? Is that a thing? Does that happen? How does this happen? Tell me your secrets. You just run out of things to think about. Yeah, if you want to tell me about it, go ahead, but you don't have to. I'm not forcing you. Soul Companion, why are you here? Naya Chufa, come here. Oh my goodness. Why can't I click on you though? Are we best friends now? I guess you can. You better be good. I'm carrying around a soul cat now. Like, what the hell? And I have Floofa following me because Floofa's cool. We need to go up here. Oh, this is Droman Alioth. Clear the Crucible. We just keep attacking everything she's attacking? I mean, I guess. Oh, that works. Not much, MD Games. Just constantly looking forward to your "what's up" comments and then never getting back to me. I just know like thumbs up because I know like what's up, and then I tell you like I'm about ready to eat dinner. How about you? And then like literally the next day, what's up? I'm like you didn't hear what I said before. Ah, random ass paladin throwing their shield around. Helios, what are you doing here? What are we doing? Oh goodness, look at all this stuff. Attack the big giant blue bear. Swoosh, swoosh. Blue, purple, whatever. Helios is awesome. She's not from Azeroth, but she still has druid bear form. That's a thing. 66%. Yeah, I responded to like 3 of your comments, but you never saw anything. And I'm just like, how do people not have like, notifications turned on, for Christ? Like, yes. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I have like notifications turned on for pretty much everything, and I see them right away. How I know that I've gotten nothing, like the bulk of my comments is Chinese and Cyrillic Russian people asking if I want to join their like wonderful dating site. I'm like, no, I don't want it. And like nobody else saying much of anything. It's just MD Game saying what's up, and a bunch of Chinese people trying to get me to join their weird dating site. Like, popular. But then there's also the like dark humor. You know, you've made it as a YouTuber when random when you've got spam from porn bots. Notice if I go over 200 subs on YouTube and notifications for the channels and comments responses break. What? You got what? I don't know what you're talking about. Wait. What? Man, I'm at almost 14,000 subs, and I literally get every notification from every comment, no matter how spammy it is. Even if someone says he must be the water boy that stole all the gear and then deletes the comment. As many as I can, actually, just see, I'm not putting a guesstimate on that at all, because then it like artificially puts myself at a limit. Like, oh, well, I see myself playing 5 years. And when I'm at 45, I'm like, well, I mean, I'm just going to keep going until it feels right to stop. To be fair, I'm not very good at judging that one, but hopefully time will come when I know. One of the reasons I don't fit in very well with the highly religious folk is I'm constantly not looking towards the end. I'm just living now and dealing as it is. Today is relatively okay. It's sun's out. I had to put on some SPF today and get make sure that I didn't burn alive. But then I also did the sled training today. So that's fun. Explosive moss spheres? No! Pain waves? I'm going to put my barrier for that one. Stunned? You nerd worker. Pain spike, counterspell. Oh, it's my spark of insight project. Cool. Notifications for stuff I'm subscribing to. Oh, from your end. Oh, if you go over 200. Okay, so. All right, that would make a little bit of sense that YouTube is trying to give you so much information, it's lost track of the information. And it doesn't know which ones to do because it doesn't have that one. I don't know if it expects you to only subscribe to a certain amount. I don't think they would do that one. But that's why they have the notification bell stuff. But even that's a little broken because you can put 200 channels on notification bell and then what? Oh. I just know that the things that I do. I know this. What? Lady Moonberry, you and Jaina need to like team up. They just took Lord Hearn? They literally just snatched Lord Hearn and Margrave Sindane. And Thenios. Yeah. Keep us hidden here while we search for our friends. Oh, I didn't mean to do that one. Ah. Ha! Whoa. Do. Rescue prisoner. I also do remember like 10 years ago, people started realizing. Christ, I'm a cracker. I'm going to run over here for a second while I read that comment. What? 10 years ago when people started realizing YouTube was kind of manipulating what you saw in your feed based on your watching habits. Like it still does that. It does that a lot. That's what your recommended page is. Yeah, I've actually looked at your channel and I just look at it and going like, I personally, I cannot find myself entranced by watching some games. Fortnite's one of them. I'm just like, I can't. Oh, good. That works on them. Sweet. And this is. Well, this is a little terrifying. Poof. Can we like sprint? Do we have to be most annoying for rogues? I didn't want to do that exactly. I need to rescue Bonesmith Hiremere. The weapons don't work here. Yeah. My Christ. I think my colorblindness is causing me to have issues here. Oh, it's over there. Oh. I can't see things as clearly as one possibly could. What? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, I don't know why, Dr. You would think that YouTube is not manipulating your feed. It's just, that's literally an algorithm. Like if you've ever heard the bigger people talk about the YouTube algorithm, that's pretty much what they're talking about. And like even TikTok uses the damn algorithm, like everything. And that's what people are frustrated with, is because I have this subtle thing that people are like, well, I don't really like that the algorithm shows me things I really want to see because I really enjoy looking at things I don't like. What? You know, oh, it's not in correct time order. Doesn't really matter. It's the internet. Nothing's really in time order. Just a level of neuroses, I guess. I mean, I love my schedules and I got used to it super fast. DNX. Uber. I was literally trying to get through to heal the gay unicorn. I'm beginning to think I'm colorblind because they had me sticking and sorting the tobacco wall at work, and my God, I don't know how that would affect like the tobacco wall. What? I don't know the correlation there. I mean, you could always do a simple internet test. We're gonna arcane this bitch to death. Yeah, there's someone else there, but whatever. Yay! United Front! Did I get my chest? Yes. A natural sapwood. I'm a hearth out of here. You know what? I'm not going to hearth out of here. I'm going to take that fucking mushroom back. Ha-ha! When you have a pair of totally different cigarette packs that are almost the same color for whatever goddamn reason. I bought cigarettes for a while. I know about cigarette packs, but none of them ever look that similar. But I guess, you know, dealing with, you know, icky color blindness for years, I had ideas to look at other things and not just rely solely on the color of something, because I couldn't trust that. So I looked at patterns and designs and, I don't know, names. I'm saying that you fall prey to this one, but if I looked at one and it said Marlboro, and I looked at another one and said Newport, those are obviously different, even though that Newport is green and Marlboro is red, and those can be kind of confusing. I look at other features. But in my many years, I am almost fairly convinced that there is a great number of people that only rely on color. They don't look at anything else. I'm like, how do you not? I don't need to. Colors tell me everything I need to know. Lucky bitches. All right. I mean, if you think you're colorblind, do those internet tests. It's not a thing you need a doctor for. And if you think you need a doctor for it, you are... Like colorblindness, I mean, to get an official diagnosis, perhaps you need a doctor, but there's enough of those numbers and dots internet tests to give you kind of an idea whether or not you are. And Aaron and I have seen way too many of those in real life and on screens, and Aaron's just like, Jesus Christ, how do you not see this? I'm like, it's a bunch of dots. He goes, there's a 4. I'm like, where?
Pepper?
No, I'm going to get my burrito. Because I thought you were going to be gone, so I bought dinner. But I was in the process of doing things in WoW, so I didn't eat yet.
That's fair.
Totally different. If they're totally different, but look alike. Stop. Ah. Get some hydration in my... I still find it. I'm just reading that last sentence and I'm just like when you have a pair of totally different cigarette packs that are almost the same color, then they're not totally different. It's like saying sour cream and guacamole are the exact same thing because they come in a plastic tub. No, one is white, the other one is puke green. I need a plate. Oh, Aaron's hogging the camera. Considering the burritos had time to sit here for a little while, I don't think it's going to be too terribly juicy.
Did you order more than one?
No.
Okay. You said the burritos.
Burrito has been sitting here. The burrito apostrophe S.
Gotcha.
Engineering duelist. Oh, I don't want to do that one. The covenants, callings, aiding Revendreth, a call to Revendreth. I can maybe do that one later if I feel up to it. Time to exit game. Go back to my YouTube streaming page so I can look at my face. Mr. Autistic is asking me what burrito I usually get. No, what kind of burrito do I always get?
You get one of two, depending on where you're ordering from.
Well, that's the thing, but Burritos Anonymous is the same burrito
They may give me one differently, but I always order the exact same one. Wait. And to be fair, if I had the options at Tomatillo, I'd get the exact same burrito. But I get their spiciest salsa with minced meat, with minced beef, and well, now because they have it in their summer salad, I add feta. At Burritos Anonymous, I get beef with ghost pepper, triple X ghost pepper, costs me €2 extra, and I add feta. Like, it kind of worries me that you get other things to eat at certain places. Like, it was a nice thing at Mod Pizza that I had the option to get other things, but I was like, no. I rarely got anything different at Mod Pizza, and I literally had the option of like 27 different like 27 different vegetables, like 8 different meats, and I could have combined those in any way I wanted, and I still got the exact same thing.
Not to mention 2 or 3 different cheeses.
Oh yeah, 2 or 3 different cheeses. What's up, Mark?
That
I'm just sitting down for dinner. The hell was that sound?
I don't know.
It came over in the corner and said Aaron Coquette. And I'm like,
Oh, I signed into WoW. So it's probably
the launcher makes noises?
Yeah.
I'm going to shut that shit down right now. Where is the settings for this damn thing? Settings. I want no sounds out of you. Friends in chat. Alert me by flashing when I receive a chat message. Okay, that's okay. Filter out mature length. Oh, this is like the settings for WoW.
It's for the chat.
Oh, not whether or not you sign into What's Its Bucket or not?
That's the friends list portion, which is the chat.
You mean like I look like I saw a ghost? I was out in the sun. I mean, I had SPF 30 on. Hopefully, I'm not. Hopefully, I'm a little red or whatnot.
I would say just turn off all the global settings notifications.
Back in that same menu?
Mm-hmm.
Game settings? No. Downloads? No. App? Beta?
Notifications.
Oh, notifications.
And the first bit is global settings.
Show BattleNet notifications toast. Yeah, exactly. It just new. You don't need that. Play BattleNet notification sounds. Bye-bye. Done. I have one person on BattleNet. I know when he signs in.
I sure hope so.
I wouldn't call that seeing a ghost, but, I always experience emotions way stronger than other people. So I figured that one out over the years. It's a little bit weird. I can look concerned and people are like, why are you so pissed? I'm like, I look concerned. Or you're squinting your eyes at me and you're giving an evil glare. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm not doing that. I'm just like going, what's going on? So apparently, when I heard a sound come out of BattleNet, I went completely pale and my face lost all expression. and I was in the process of shitting my pants. But okay. Yes.
Oh, I found the feta in this time. For now, I'm going to close the launcher with my left hand with a thumb and a pinky. That's
They put Zeracrest back in Maldraxxus.
yeah, because you don't have your thing going on right now. You have to go down there the hard way. Just that's lame, I know. Well, just like with the other ones, you had to go down there, and then the Necrolord came down. Like you didn't even. No, we went down there normal with Zeracrest, but that's yeah. They don't keep the Zeracrest down there. They just use it for assault and then move it back to Maldraxxus. I literally got every Pokemon today but a Skarmory. And the hour that it was doing the second time around, I was with Gabriel. Yeah, I'm hoping to get. Yeah, it's nice. This burrito's still even tasty when it has cooled down a little bit. May have become spicier.
Still spicy.
But it's not as drippy. Oh, wow. They actually put the real ghost pepper in here. Not the delivery ghost pepper.
Ah.
Because I went by the shop. Because I took my bike down. So which reminds me to find a USB to Midget. I need to get stuff off the GoPro.
Hmm.
And I thought I had one around. Is that it? Is that you? Yep. I don't think you need to charge the damn thing, but anybody who exists on Instagram these days and watches my story knows that I went on a heck of a bike ride today. But it seems like the people that are on the Instagram and view my stories don't come in and what? Well, there's one person, but the people on the live stream, they're like, oh yeah, I don't really do other social medias. I hope there'll be a thing that causes Skarmories to spawn tomorrow, though. Bonk.
But in terms of your like not getting notifications about things, that's part of the reason why I do the live stream at the same time on the same day. Because you don't need to worry about the notification. You just know that it's happening and can go check. If it's not there, then worry. But I've usually brought things up on the previous videos. Like, I'm going to be down and out for the count on like a Saturday. So, or we're going to be at a away game on a Saturday night, but everyone will know when that one's coming. I won't be able to live stream. I'll literally be in a game. Or something like that. Having a game or a practice or a home game the very next day is just don't drink during my live stream. Favorite? Honestly, it sounds a little weird, but it's recent. It's when we were at Groningen last time. It was below zero. It was sub-freezing. 0 Celsius. Like we were out on the field and it was like 30 degrees, 29, 28 degrees, something like that. I go to the point where the football field was so cold underneath that our sweat rose and created a haze over the field. It was the weirdest sight.
But it was pretty cool.
Yeah. But like Aaron even remembers that game. It was so bad. But like even Groningen after that, the after party of that one, that's the same night where I accidentally paid $85 for everybody's booze. But then I was so snockered after that one, I didn't realize we had a bathroom in our room. So I wound up locking myself out of the hostel room and needing to wake Aaron up because I didn't have my key to get back in because I went down to the public bathroom in my tights. Like he answered the door. Who are you? I'm like, I needed to go to the bathroom. I didn't have my key. He goes, we have a bathroom in here. I'm like, I didn't know that. I was so drunk.
You were so very drunk.
I was so drunk. What? No, Zachary. I bet that felt weird as fuck, though, being in your uniform. I didn't go to the bathroom in my uniform. I was literally just in white tights. Unless you're talking about it in the game, and no, it didn't feel weird at all. It's what I wear during a game. Oh, no. It just felt I mean, it felt a little chilly. My burrito's falling apart. And yeah, dribbling on my phone because I didn't think it was going to immediately start falling apart. I'll find that picture. I mean, it's not that old. It was just right before my fingers are itchy. I mean, part of it is the field is enclosed by a fence. Not like a thick fence, but just like what you would expect to have like an enclosed soccer field or something, or basketball. And so, but it was just so cold. I don't think there was really much any wind. So you had a rough closed in area. And there was probably just so much general moisture because up there in Groningen, their field, much like ours, is surrounded by sloches. So there was pretty much a lot of moisture already in the air. And so the fog was just rising.
Oh, I think I forgot to tell you. On Tuesday or whenever it was that I sat down and played WoW, I did 45 minutes in Maldraxxus and got my 1,000 done. Just hit all of the world fronts.
Oh yeah, I've done it too. So you went to the hoodie and sweatpants, 100% humidity. So do you think you push yourself more in practice or at games? That's a little hard to figure out. Because to me, I push myself constantly, all the time, to the extreme. If something causes me to get in my head at practice, it can also cause me to get into my head during a game. And that could be as simple as pulling me out for a play or two, just to give me a little bit of rest because I've already been in for 30 in a row. Nacho chips. Again? And I never saw the point of going 100% of practice until my 20s. It's one of the things that bugged Willie. And he retrospected because he coached back at his old high school. He doesn't anymore because drama. He didn't realize that there was so much drama in high school coaches. Anyways, so he thought, oh, I push myself. I go really hard, running back, all that jazz. Gets good grades, goes to D1, gets injured, all that jazz. Comes back, and he's looking at the varsity kids at his old high school, like 10 years later, and he's like, these kids are just constantly fucking around. Was I constantly fucking around? Like he doesn't think he did. He doesn't think that anybody did. But his team also went to state and won that, and that the Oregon game they wound up putting on like ESPN 64. I don't know how many stations there are, but Willie even said, he goes, I don't even know how people play on those televised games. There's so many commercial breaks that just disrupt the flow of the game. As much as the defense is on the field, what happens when you're the starter? But unlike in the States, our coaches can notice a little bit of fatigue, especially if the offense is not doing a lot and causing the defense to need to go right back onto the field because an interception or all that jazz. And so sometimes, and I've seen it when I edit the footage that Aaron gets, I've been on the field like 3/4 of the second quarter because our offense like, oh, we're going to go on the field, blah, 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 blah. Oh, interception. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. Or they just went through the offense really fast and then punted it. And I was like, God damn it. But like the other team seems to take their time doing things, so our offense gets to sit off the field for a little bit longer. But anyways, or the other team is doing that very slow progress down the field. So it's not just 4 plays, it's like 20 plays I'm on the field for. And we're like, oh, okay, well, we finally give them a good stop and they punted it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, because that was 2020. We had 2 games. I don't even know the stat. I mean, I had a solo tackle, combo sack, no interceptions, because the wind was just terrifying both games. Nobody was throwing the ball. And their running backs were too scared to run up the middle for me to decently get a tackle because we were running in there and plugging all the holes that they're like, pew, and right out to the outside. So I'm like running out to the outside. And that was like at Groningen is me. That's the one picture that I've showed a lot in, I don't know, my fingers, at least this hand, my dexterous hand is relatively okay. Like, whoa, photos. Scroll back. That was before. I mean, I swear to God, I've downloaded that picture like 3 or 4 times. It's on my computer. No. Like, Dewey. Yeah, that's. Aaron took that me in the locker room at halftime. And then I got home. There. If you guys want to see this, actually, we'll do it vertically. It's better because you can see the top. You can see that haze up there. There's actually a better picture that I need to find, but you can see all of our sweat is going up and being a haze at the top of the field like that. But that's me running in for a blitz. I don't think you can see that very well. Oh, let's focus on that one. Yeah, me right there running in for that hole because the linemen were doing a really good job at opening up that hole. And I ran into that hole, and the running back who was being chased by, I think it was Dennis. No, that's Luke. That was Luke, I think. And he ran this way, and the running back ran outside. So like if they get on this, sweep in with the arm, hit the forearms, pound the shoulder, and then usually I swim over, but I've been practicing at practice to go under a little bit more and stay lower. But then again, I have to have a block. The linemen on other teams sometimes aren't that great, and they get washed up into blocking someone like Jeff, who's just defensive tackle, big guy, nose tackle, and he runs in, and they're like, "Oh, we got to double team this guy," and then the 3 tech, who's also really big, Mitchell, is going after the guard on that side, and strong A, wide right open. So that's that. Where's that picture though? Might not actually be in my photos. It might be physically on my phone. Yes, I'm going to go back to it. So I downloaded it. Just maybe see about putting it in for TikTok. In a TikTok video. So I downloaded it to the phone. Still have to make a TikTok. Oh my God, I started TikTok a while ago. No, that's just me messing with the visuals of the camera and how great it is at light detection and in darkness. Where are you? Where'd you go? Come on. Either that or I just keep searching through the history of everything. Whatever's on my phone. Yeah, like that. But there's a sideline tackle that I constantly use. Like I said, it's on the computer. It's in my regular pictures folder. Oh yeah, we're too new. I'm going to scroll. September 2020. No, not September 2020. We need. No, that's our offense at camp. Was Groningen game before that? I know this is a broad question, but everyone has their own reasoning. Why do I play football? The words for that best qualify as finding a chunk of your life, finding a series of puzzle pieces that fit a hole in your life puzzle. I guess. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense. It does to me, but it's also that I'm trying to say an idea of like completeness. Here's the sideline tackle.
That's Jeff, running back. That's the running back. That's our free safety. That's our nose tackle, and that's me. Oh, I'm passionate about it. I guess in the way that you just split that, a hobby is, yeah, it's not a hobby. So I was thinking like the way you're describing a hobby is like collecting things or having the odd chance of I have nothing to do. Let me knit. Let me continue knitting on something. But WoW is a hobby for me. Playing Star Trek Online is a hobby. YouTube and football qualify as dependent jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, I would still do YouTube if I wasn't playing football. I mean, I did it before I started playing football, but I don't play football for YouTube and I don't YouTube for football, but they work very well with each other. Because if I only did YouTube for football, I'd only have like Monday, Friday videos after practice. I wouldn't have all this middle stuff. But the fact is, I don't football for YouTube. Yeah. They just work well with each other. Oh, there's Mary Shitsgram. So glad I have that saved to my phone. Okay. I turned this into a video from like a magic movie maker thing. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this or if it'll loop. That's the picture I was talking about. And what I took was a weird app thing. Like I've seen it on Instagram where you can like take a picture of a waterfall, but then you like shade a certain area with a direction and it'll only make the waterfall flow in a picture. It just sort of blurs it together. So I did it with that and I just stuck a line along, yeah, what'd you got? Is I took a bunch of lines and made it go the angles vertical from where that line of fog was. So yeah. And it just pulled everything up at an equal angle and it looks like it's evaporating of sorts. I snapped. What made you want to start playing football? I always wanted to. What made me start? I snapped. That was actually there's a video on YouTube that I made that's called My Story So Far. My football story so far. Oh man, there's 100 videos titled football. It was made right before I moved here. And I'm wearing a tank top and I'm holding a football up at the screen. I like planned everything for like how that was going to work. I wound up putting the tripod on thing. It was awkward. Okay, where are you? There's Willie. There's the gear. There's being a gay football player. I thought it was in here. Thought I made it in 2018. Right before we moved. And it thoroughly explains. Oh, there it is. It was in 2017. My entire football story so far. It was August 18th, 2017. I've made a part 2 to that. Because I realized it had been 4 years. So I updated it recently. I don't know. Yeah, there it is. May of this year. My football story so far, part 2. And that covers everything from 2017 to May. I think I did that because we were going back to practices and I realized it was time to do that one. I was also putting out some of my TikToks and making shorts at the time, so that's fun. But what made me want to start it, I always wanted to play it since I was like 15, 14. Like, that's just what it is. I just never had the right motivating people around. And so I just sat around and believed everyone else and what their idea of it was, or the idea of my life, until I snapped. I mean, the snap is even on YouTube. I broke down. It's not necessarily the greatest of videos, but it's on YouTube. Way back in, at this point, I think it would be 2013 because that would have been October or November of 2013. Currently looking at Germany's lower leagues are starting up and playing their games right now. Britain's starting up and playing. The ELF is being up and playing. I think, Hungary and Poland. I think Poland. No, just Hungary. They're starting to go up, and I'm just like, and what have we heard from the AFBN? Ooh, you guys will start in late September, October. No game plan? Nothing? No spell plan? Spell card? Nothing? No idea who's playing who and when? What? Do it all at the last minute? How perfect is that? And even so, it's sort of like everybody's used to having their summer break after the Tulip Bowl, which happens at the beginning of July. But then my people are going to come back, and it's going to be like mid-August, and we'll be like, okay, time for practices again, if we even have practices, because Delta variant. But hopefully people will be vaccinated by then. And so, yeah, it's just awkward. Because, like, the AFBN doesn't communicate very well. But it also has a weird trickle-down communication. The AFBN in their council room, locked away thing, makes decisions, and then they send out an email to the club owners, like the chairman and stuff, and then those people, like the head coaches, then tell the teams. But it's like there's no news posts, there's no social media posts. There's like, I felt bad a number of years ago, promoting on my Instagram AFBN official. Their very last post was from March 13th, 2020, saying the Dutch Lions, the national team, has a new coach. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
March 12th, 2020, all AFBN competitions have been canceled until after order, or whatever that is. Nader order, which is when lockdown started happening. There hasn't been anything posted through social media since. Fun task today of figuring out how soon I have to report my new job to Social Security because the office isn't open until Monday. You should have already reported it. Like, you knew you were having a job. You should have told them before. What's up? How's everything going with you? Rah-rah. Whew. Burped up a little bit of spicy sauce and my nose started running again. It's been stupid busy around here, and ironically, the day after I started working, my roommate got laid off, so I was helping cheer him up too. I'm getting this distinct suspicion, don't like saying those, distinct suspicion that your job came around very suddenly. Like, you applied and were working the very next hour. Like, you had no head knowledge of it. And now you're like, well, crap, I worked on a Friday and now they're not open till Monday. What do I do? Well, you tell them on Monday. Or you email them now. I mean, it was an over-the-top joke. I knew last week in this live stream that you were looking for getting a job at a store. We were having a discussion about this one. You've had all week to send somebody an email. That's what I'm saying. It's not that busy if you're not working. It's been stupid busy around here. Doing what? I mean, I sent an email out to the freaking ELF completely knowing they weren't going to read it because it's their contact email. Like, the moment I got back, hey, you should really subscribe to our newsletter and stuff. It costs 99 euros a year. I'm like, yeah, we'll get to your question as soon as possible. No, you won't. No, you won't. I mean, maybe it pretty much did, but I was, like I said, I knew last week that you were having a job. You had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the day you worked, apparently Friday, to send off an email and say, hey, I'm starting a job. I don't know much information, but I figured I'd let you know. Which is entirely possible that you got all analysis paralysis and wanted to make sure that you didn't tell them any information until you had all the information. Which is never a good thing to do with Social Security. They like to have a lot of information, but they also like to be notified about things. Thank you so much. Had someone sign up on Patreon for the $15 patron, and the moment I clicked the email and saw, hey, so-and-so did, I clicked the thing to see what it was on Patreon, and it said, you have 2 Patreons. I'm like, what? And it says deleted patron. I'm like, oh, so he signed up for $15, didn't actually pay anything for a whole hour, and probably watched the one video that's open to people to watch at that level, and then deleted his pledge. Because in that video, I'm like, I don't really know what to do here, but I guarantee you this Patreon is not an OnlyFans.
because last week we were talking about Homeboy, and Zachary's like, that sounds like a stalker. Literally the next day, he sends me an Instagram message. Happy birthday. I'm not a stalker. No matter what you think, I'm not a stalker. I just followed you on Twitter, and it told me it was your birthday. I'm like, Twitter knows my birthday? But still, like, he went through like 4 messages of like, I'm not a stalker. I'm not a stalker at all. What?
That sounds like something a stalker would say.
I didn't want to bring, yeah. But yeah, it's like when it comes down to on Facebook, there's a fan group or something. Like, I'm a bit worried about the AFBN and the fact that I think it's called Gridiron Netherlands or something like that. No. Like, I saw it. Oh, it's Gridiron American Football. That's what. It's based around the Netherlands. Yeah, it's Gridiron.nl, and they post news about the AFBN. I'm like, but what? I mean, recently they've been posting a crap ton of stuff about the ELF and the Hamburg Sea Devils and stuff, but like the most recent thing was posted by Gridiron.nl that says AFBN competitions and September start. But the AFBN itself didn't actually post anything about it. But Gridiron.nl did. What is going on here with this bullshit? What inspired me to start playing football? I don't actually know because it was so many years ago. I think it had to be like the movie Rudy, or like I think my dad watched Any Given Sunday. No, I would have already been a full-blown teenager at the time. Although that was like Rudy the movie came out in 1993. And I probably would have seen that either on TV or in the theaters. I'm not sure. I remember watching it freshly after it came out for some reason. I think it was because my dog's name was Rudy. I had the weirdest reasons for watching things, but I watched it and I was like super moved by it. And I was like, I really want to do that. Not be a defensive end, but, you know, other things like that. But like watching the kids at junior high do all that, watching how much fun people had, that's what kind of inspired me, is I wanted to do it also. I'm very aware of the Riddell Speed Flex. I'm very aware of a Riddell Speed also. I have one. It's technically game ready, but it's my NFL replica helmet for the Panthers. So I just keep this on my top of my computer. Yes, I'm very aware of a Riddell speed and a Riddell speed flex. Yes. I wouldn't have spent $350 on an NFL replica helmet of the Panthers if I hated the Panthers. Like, 1 + 1 = 2. Yes. It's Green Gridiron. I had a choice of literally any NFL team and all D1 college teams, and I chose the Panthers. Mainly because the Oregon State Beavers were not orange enough for me. I mean, it just seems kind of weird that people would spend that much money on something of a team they don't like. Like, I could take that thing to practice, cinch up the chin strap a little bit, and like utilize it. It's a functional helmet. I had to pull off all the safety stuff and swear on honest heart, blah, blah, all that jazz. But the last few videos, just the football ones, or like all of my videos. I was like, I think I know I'm a little tough on my own content, but yeah, Wednesdays doesn't look like a really good video. Like, it's not out of it yet. We're talking about like Corona and stuff and getting all that stuff. And then yesterday's or the one that went live before this live stream was weird levels of fatigue, and I need to figure out what's causing that. No, the weird levels of fatigue was a bit awkward because it's like, what? Like, I could see myself tired after physio, and I wasn't sure if I was just tired from physio or it's because I came home from practice, stayed awake, and didn't get much sleep before I had to go to physio. I even took a weird nap in the middle of the day before I went back to the gym. According to Gridiron Puntanel, it's sometime in September, late September. But yeah. That's okay. You just watch up. It's about what? It's an hour, 48 minutes. Yeah, that's in theory when the season should start. This is our third season start. Well, second, because we technically did have a season start in 2020. We had 2 games, and then everything went to hell and back. And so then we lost the rest of that season, and then things were looking pretty good in 2020 summer. We wound up having a game against a Belgian team, but then in October, went back to that all again, so that's fun. And then December, everything closed, and then we were able to go back to practices in May, but we had to keep distance, and then there was a curfew, and that was awkward. So, I mean, I didn't go back to mid-May, late May or something like that. Yeah, May 10th is when I went back to practices. And yeah,
But yeah, we're on summer break right now, so it's like, nah. We're only doing Thursday practices, and we're getting some new people. Like we had a probe trainer. I forget his name. It's just weird. Like even people at practice were a little bit confused. Can't wait for my football gear shopping. I have all my gear. I don't need to go shopping. And when I do it online because there's one store here. I mean, Decathlon does have stuff, but they only sell like 3 footballs and maybe 4 footballs. But all their cleats are for soccer. And they have rugby cleats, but those aren't good cleats. They're good for rugby. They're not good for American football. Yeah, I don't plan on doing any shopping before that. All the import costs recently are so bad that I don't want to get a giant sleeve sorter quite yet. I mean, it's certainly better than from Britain, but yeah, I use my toes too much to push against things, so I like to have these up here a bit more, whereas the soccer cleats are basically flat right here, and they have these and stuff, and they don't have many. Sometimes they might have a little like bump right there in the front, but I'm like, I'm not gonna have Grandpa gumming the dirt while I'm trying to be a middle linebacker. It's not gonna work. The soccer cleats they have around here they don't even look like the same soccer cleats that I saw in the States at Dick's Sporting Goods or something. Actually, a very super controversial website. I did not realize how weird Dick's Sporting Goods was. The weird fatigue video where I didn't actually say that I don't actually have a physio appointment with my guy, and even the personal trainer today, he's like, so do you have another appointment with your physio? I'm like, no. He goes, well, that's awkward. I'm like, it seems like a good sign. Just email me in a week, or email me in 4 weeks because he's going to be on vacation or something. So yeah, in like a month, I'll just things are working pretty decent. We're still avoiding any major pulling with this arm. I'm going to be like super rude because that's why I smirked when I read that, is because I don't notice the difference between the weight of cleats. My legs are so powerful, it doesn't matter how heavy the cleats are. I mean, maybe those rugby ones, but those things could probably kill a person if you stepped on them because they've got metal stakes in them that are like 1.5 inches long. But I've never, like, I can feel a difference in my hands, kind of, but I'm like, dude, this is like 4 ounces. This is not going to do a match. I've got tree trunks of legs. I do, heavy shoes is not, I would need chunky shoes, like morbidly obese cleats. I need chonkers in order to feel a difference.
Well, that's weird. Message retracted. Okay. Mm, I mean, at that point, maybe, but with 11, you're not. Apparently, the end of September. But with youth playing at your 11, soccer cleats is fine. You could probably play in like lacrosse cleats or something. Some of the youth players we have here running around in like field hockey cleats. I'm like, bros, come on, go to Decathlon, at least get some football cleats. Like, they're so expensive. They're $20. You live in Hilversum. You're rich kids. Go buy some. Iowa. Oh, they use football cleats. I don't know. I just know that, the only real reason lacrosse got popular is because of Teen Wolf. Like, that show came on the air and suddenly lacrosse teams in all of Portland were like filled up with kids. And I'm like, just because you hit people with a stick doesn't mean you're going to turn into a werewolf, boys. Come on. Just chill. You're not. I know it has a great history, but in the Portland area, you're not going to turn into a werewolf. You're not going to get all the chicks because you play lacrosse. In the lower latitudes of states, it probably is a little bit easier because you can play outside of like football season and still be outside and whatnot. But still, there's the classic rotation of high school sports. You play football, and then either during the winter you go play basketball, or you go into wrestling. Or if you live in the certain areas that have it, you go play ice hockey for a little while because you're a linebacker and you still love body slamming people. And, you're agile on your legs. But the skill players go play basketball, and like the linemen go do wrestling if you don't have an ice hockey team. So you can stay indoors, and then afterwards you've either got soccer or baseball. And now there's lacrosse, but whatever. Used to use the vapor speed. Like I said, this is burp. This is pretty much, yeah, these are vapor speeds. And I got these from Forella. That's probably the TikTok I'm going to do. I really got to make that TikTok. Is that a TikTok comment? I've been so busy today and like boggled down with almost executive dysfunction. Like, it's so weird that I was like, I don't know, like the whole ADD thing when people talk about executive dysfunction. I'm sitting here like, I don't know what to do. Like, I am frozen and I can't do anything because I have plans later today. Those are in like 3 hours. I know I can't do anything. And then at the very last second, I rushed through the house trying to get the laundry out of the thing. I was trying to get everything rushed at the second. And then I pedaled my poor ass all the way on my bike across the city to go to my sled training stuff with Gabrielle. And I was just like, whoa. And I still even got there 10 minutes early and wanted to play Pokemon for a little while. But like, Aaron left at like 12:30 and I was just till like 2, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be late. But yeah. So which college in Iowa, though? I have a weird story from practice on Sunday. Well, 2 or 3. I'm not sure if that qualifies as the third one, though. But, but yeah. Okay. Northwestern. Northwestern University, private university in Evanston, Illinois. Oh, kind of a dark blue, not quite royal blue. Like the image, maybe purple. I'm fucking all colorblind.
Purple.
That's purple. Aaron glanced at my screen and saw purple. I'm pretty colorblind. I was like, blue, dark blue. I mean, maybe it could be one of those like dark blues. Aaron's like purple. Oh shit. Good. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for, well, I'm looking at the picture of the uniforms for the Northwestern Wildcats football Wikipedia page, and I gotta say, I actually prefer the alternate personally. The band across the middle is a little weird that goes through the numbers, and it looks fine. On the away uniform with the purple band through the numbers with the field of white, but the black with the purple, like, do they have pictures of the alternate people wearing it? Probably not. I mean, I guess the alternate black is just a black jersey with the purple pants, but the Wikipedia shows it with black pants also. Yeah. Maybe if I subdue it to. Oh my God, is Northwestern also the same one that had that god awful Stars and Stripes? Or is that a different Northwestern? Oh, so. Are you the ones that commented that one? Let me go back and check. I was actually going to make that tomorrow for my video. I mean, I could do it now and still do it later because it's a valid thing. Is that really you? YouTube Studio, comments, scroll through comments I have responded to. Yep, there it is. Yep, there you go. Okay, so here's the thing about it. Where'd you go? Where's my camera? Oh, it's behind my thing. I do have one. I do. I even have a head mount that I use sometimes for my bike. Because it's so much easier, especially if I'm going through rougher terrain, to have the camera sitting right here. This is not big enough to actually go on the helmet. I've expanded this thing out and tried to put it over the helmet. It won't fit. It doesn't stretch that far. Second, I have used my chest mount at practice against the sled. I have to dig that thing out of the case. So what I did with the chest mount is I basically had the camera sitting right here. We didn't have any pads on, even though the chest mount can be extended to fit over my pads. It's very expansive.
and very stretchy. That's not so much. The problem is when we were going against the sled, I didn't get any good footage. Like I got enough good footage to get something I put on that vlog. But that was the best footage that I got, and I was trying not to put people, hello Matt, try not to put people on blast because at least Ronald was there and he's still learning how to football after 20 years of judo. And we're wondering why I have a funky elbow right now. I'm not blaming Ronald at all. It comes with the territory. I didn't break it, but like when we're practicing this and then that, and I'm like, just make sure that you put the forearm in and then jab right in this area on the shoulder. And he's like, oh, okay. And I was like, ah. So he like when I was holding my arm against his shoulder, he probably pushed this to the side and then jammed my arm right there with his judo hand. I'm like, bro. Anyways, so you play wide receiver. So it's understandable that you have the idea of using a GoPro at practice. Need to get this thing to charge at least. I also need to transfer the files. Again, I will put this all in the video tomorrow so you can see. See, here's my chest mount. The over-the-shoulder camera holder, not boulder holder, but that's a bra. But yeah, you can see how this thing just extends way out. I put it on over my pants. It works just fine, and the camera just sits in right there, right on your chest. It's fine. Now, what you're thinking about, turn off so you can actually effectively charge. What you're thinking about is utilizing these and sticking it on my helmet. Utilizing a little tack thing like that, and it's double-sided, perhaps sticking this thing on that, I'm just being like super neurotic right now. And making sure that everything's closed up and doesn't spill all over the place. Let me get my helmet. And you want me to attach it like right here or right here. Here's the thing. I'm a linebacker. My head is going in and running in with things. There was dirt in that helmet. What was I doing in practice? This motherfucker fell out of my helmet. Look at this, Aaron. It's not small. Get outside. Feed the birds. Surprise, surprise. Anyways, what was I doing at practice? Must have been the tackle drills. Anyways, back to topic. So what you're thinking is like putting the camera like right here on top of my helmet. That doesn't work very well as a linebacker. As a receiver, it works because your head's down here and you're running forward and you're looking around. The best place I could possibly put something in order to not just basically, like this thing's it's pretty good, but it's not going to handle two full-grown men with helmets running into each other. This is going to get hit, knocked off. It's going to get twisted. It's going to fall right off. As a receiver, as a quarterback, as a defensive back, even kind of a running back to an extent, you can get a couple plays. And a lot of the videos I saw online of use this camera for your football footage on top of your helmet, they're all doing very stock footage stuff. They're all like, I've been through a video stock footage football thing that happened in like 2016, 2015, something like that. It is so scripted. Like it feels like I'm in All American. That's what it felt like. I've seen clips from that show and I'm like, you guys are not actually doing football. But yeah, like the best I could do would be here, which is to figure out how to get the camera in here. And we're already looking at the fact that it's a Zenith helmet, so my forehead is right there. Where is this camera gonna go? We do have somewhat of a solution. Niels and I at the gym, that's reason why I didn't do much cardio at the gym yesterday, if you watch yesterday's videos, because Niels and I were spending an hour figuring this one out, is that maybe get a camera that fits right here. What? Don't break the camera, don't break the camera. Because if I can get one that is just small enough to fit in here or even right here, then it would be perfect because it could be just a little recessed and I'm not hitting people with that part of my, I mean, I am, but it's not on the outside where I'm going to get dings and nicks and all that stuff. And our linemen, like, if you ever see Martine's helmet, you will see much more about this one. He's our center. That dude gets up in your business and shows you who's the boss, and I have to train against that. So that's why I can't utilize it very effectively, is because as a skill player, you're not getting contacted a lot. You're not in the fray. I would love to do that. It's like I bet I've found very small cameras that can maybe fit in here, but they can't be, but because my face is already at this point, you can't get it too deep. So it's got to be a really small camera. I did find some, but there is a bookmark that I bookmarked. Sounds weird. There's a page that I bookmarked, and I will be putting it in as a link because I will talk about this all more in a much more official stance and have a good camera setup, not a shitty webcam. And we'll go over this all because it's not everybody's here on this live stream, and I'd like more people to understand because I do get the question on other videos, and I'm like, I should address this issue. So yeah, that's why I can't personally utilize it very well. Even if I did put it over my pads on my chest as best as I could, I've still got linemen pushing in. Like, that's part of the thing we're learning to do is keep your elbows in, push them out, you know, steer them, grab a hold, lock your elbows out, you know, and then turn them or pull them down. That's what we're learning. Well, if I'm grabbing right here, my camera is going to be right there, and our offensive linemen could damage themselves and the camera because they're not expecting hardware there that would not be in a normal game. It's awkward. I've been racking my brain how to figure out how to get a camera on me at practice. And I tried that one time. You may be able to, like, I labeled it GoPro because it's not an actual GoPro, but it's basically a GoPro. It's just the cheap Finnish brand. But yeah, that's why I don't utilize that nearly as much. I'm thinking next practice, actually like taking the camera, taking this out there and just sort of having it with me if we're having a non-rainy practice. But part of the issue is this camera is not completely weatherproof like my old one was. So this can get soaked really easily. Could always bring a little tent for it, I know, but then it looks funny. But like I could set it up with like an up angle because we don't actually have anything. If you watch Thursday's video, last Thursday's video, I actually went back around and showed you what that area looks like. There's not many places to set this thing up and have it look down. And I'm not crawling on top of the club. So yeah, it's weird to wear one. I'm still looking at things. Neil's even brought up a drone, but I'm like, yeah, in order to get a drone with decent enough flight time for at least our team activities, those are like thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars.
And that only gets you 20 to 30 minutes of flight time.
Which is fine for team because, you know, I don't need to record all of team. I just, you know, what would be good for YouTube is just I could do 5 plays in a row, you know, because sometimes they'll be like, oh, 10 plays. And then I could like, but then I have to like at that 10 plays, go off to the sideline, set up the drone, set it in the right. Yeah, that's part of my, and I think I've explained that in other videos. It's my issue of taking time out of practice to deal with my camera. The one time I got a couple things at practice, I set the camera up while I was getting water, and it wasn't even that good of an angle because I was trying to quickly do it under subterfuge. Okay, so that is a TikTok question. After suffering a catastrophic failure of my white cleats last practice. 9 years. I think the first video is yeah, there's only 80 videos listed for 2012. Oh my God, the snarkiness of that title. October 3rd, 2012. Dutiful son. Oh. Yeah, I was like, we're looking at like September 13th, 2012 is I was trying some stupid videos at the time. Like that, but I was uploading like 2 or 3 videos a day. Like I was treating it like some weird TikTok vlog. Like these videos are only like 1 minute, 2 minutes long, but there's like 3 of them uploaded in one day. And that felt awkward. But yeah, they're terrible. And they're like recorded from me doing this on my phone. It's it was not fun. But yeah, like I said, that's 2012, so 9 years. And then in January 2014, I started football. So there was all of like the weird weight loss that came in 2013. And then the fully favorable decision from SSI. Then I got the back check, and then I needed to spend that money. Blah, something like that. Yeah, that's fun. October 8th, 2012. Columbus Day is erroneous. Oh, these videos. Oh, God. Everything in 2012 by me is so cringe. I'm just looking at these videos. Oh, my God. Yeesh. I was mainly talking a lot about autism and stuff in those videos, but then it kind of changed. 2013, I wanted to start losing weight and stuff, and yeah. And then I started doing coffee shop reviews around Portland, and that was a trifling mess. Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing it for a while, but like I said, the first couple years were pretty cringe. Because I was still dealing with like massive file corruption from importing on a bad program. And there's talking about my cosplays. What? Oh, Alyssa and Eddie's wedding. Titled, I'm a terrible wedding photographer. Then I started up on all Trek Tuesdays and stuff. That ended when we came here. I just couldn't keep the timing going with that very well. But yeah. Yeah, there's that. There's that meltdown in the closet. Should probably retitle that one as that's a controversial term now. Yeah. Why is that vlog entitled Shut Up, Jaina? Oh, I had no idea what I was doing. It's my favorite year of my life. I don't know how to. How would you answer that question for yourself?
Oh, what was your favorite year of your life?
What is your favorite year of life? We're going with the very literal wording. What is your favorite year of life?
Probably 2019.
Fair. I'm not really sure, but it's definitely within the last 6 years, but I don't know necessarily which one. Because each of them has their highlights and their downsides, but none of their highlights can compare with each other. and none of their downfalls can compare with each other. Well, okay, except for 2020 and 2021. The lack of a significant football season is sort of comparable. But like 2018 was the evacuation of the United States. 2019 was a broken collarbone, so I didn't get much of a season there, but I was still a part of the team and functioning with them. 2020 was 2020, and we're currently in 2021. But like, was 2017 all that good? No, because the Cobras were all fucked up on that, and things were having issues with that. I think 2017 was the year of suspension. In 2018, I picked up being a linebacker, so I guess that one, because then we also moved here and I picked up with the Hilversum Hurricanes. I mean, that's pretty much that. 2018. I mean, there isn't really any good ones before that, really. For many years, it was just drifting through, avoiding obstacles. I guess, when you finally, there are two moments in anybody's life: the day you were born and the day you knew who you are, sort of thing. It's really weird adage. Hello, Hayden. I don't doubt it. Care. I'm such a narcissist when it comes to TikTok. I always look at myself in the screen. I'm just like, ooh, look at that hair. Whereas here I have Pokemon Go Fest 2021 jungle habitat on one screen, and the chat over there, I don't see myself in the camera. I just know that I'm lined up with it in the middle. Otherwise, I'd futz with my hair all the time because there's no product in it, and it's kind of sweaty, ucky, gucky because bike riding and cardio in the middle of a athletic bond is what it's called. It's an athletics lane field thing. Let me get a different angle. That works. I'm doing good. I was just about ready to record a TikTok that answers a question about my cleats. Just a real quick one because I know where I bought them. But other than that, I'm fed. I'm getting hydrated a little bit. I'm not sure how well hydration works with tea. I was not expecting that. I mean, it is sparkling tea, so it's wonderfully carbonated. Which is why I burped. This stuff needs to be in the States.
Yeah.
I do not know why the United States is so against carbonating anything outside of cola. I mean, but some things they do it all the time with the.
Yeah. Do you want a quesadilla from the Taco Mundo?
Sure. I forgot Aaron. Yeah, we didn't communicate very well. So I didn't know he was coming home, or I probably would have had him order
food for me, but I didn't know he was going to be home. I'm not going to stop the vids. Like, they are so a part of my life right now. If I do them just completely solo, that's what I will do. I don't.
Cheese, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm so ridiculously full right now from that burrito. Yeah, I'm not going to stop them. As long as, like, even if I quit playing football, I'm going to go into some capacity of coaching. I may, because, like, you know, after I get done playing, I will have gained enough experience at linebacker. I could be a linebacker coach for Hilversum, because we don't really have one right now. Although we don't have any linebackers that show up to practice, so awkward. But right now with the linebackers, I just go, I'm the only linebacker, so I go to with the linemen, because I probably could go hang out with the receivers, but for a while it's like, what am I going to do? As a middle linebacker, I don't need to worry about too deep a pass protection. The only thing for the achievements, various achievements, is in the one that you have to go into. You have like a little rune that gets you into a void world, or the dark rift world. There are chests in there, and you can walk around outside of the quest area to do it.
How many do I need of the chest things?
You just need to get 10, but I only found like 3. It's one of those cumulative ones. But while you're in there, don't just say, oh, let me break all these crystals and break the Vorkai out of their crystal prison stuff.
Yeah.
So the cleats in this video I bought from forella.com. It's in the Netherlands, so I'm not sure if that's a thing for you. That was terrible. The 2 cleats in this video I bought from Forella. That's right here. It's a company in the Netherlands, and most of the players around here get their stuff from there. Hope it helps. That didn't work out very well. The amount of takes I do on TikTok. So the 2 cleats in this video I bought from Forella. That's this website here. That's this name, and we buy it here in the Netherlands. Sometimes we order from various other places, but mostly from Forella. So the 2 cleats in this video I bought from Forella. That's this website. That's this name, and we buy it here in the Netherlands. Sometimes we order from various other. I don't care. That's over there. So I don't really care. They don't give a crap about. The government of the United States really doesn't give much of a crap about the people who live outside of its borders, except if they don't pay their taxes. Then they just get up in a hissy fit. Because that's really all the United States government cares about, is whether or not you're paying your taxes. Is it Forella.com? Wasn't sure if it was .nl or .com. Not Forellen. Forella. So you live in your UK. There's a town in the Netherlands called Urk. And I thought that's what you typoed. Like, you didn't put the K after UR, and then you put the UK. So I was like, you live in Urk? Of course the government sucks balls. Urk literally hates everything. Like, Urk could be good. The more I hear about Urk, the more I'm just like, why are you a thing? But that's just what they are. They are special. They want to be special so badly. But it always gives me that little warmth. I'm like, oh, Eric, you remind me of like the Pacific Northwest where I'm from. Everybody's trying so hard to be so different that nobody really wants to be around you. I'm not sure if the UK has any towns like that. Maybe Scotland, but that's that would be Wales. Now that I think about that. So uniquely different that nobody really wants to be around them. Ugh, Wales? Hey, Wales! Like, or something like that. The hell, they Brexited out of here. They don't fucking care. It doesn't matter. So the two cleats in this video I bought from Dorella. That's this website. That's his name. And we buy it here in the Netherlands. Sometimes we order from various other places, but mostly from France. So the two cleats in this video I bought from Dorella. That's this website. That's his name. And we buy it here in the Netherlands. Sometimes we order from various other places, but mostly. So the two cleats in this video I bought from Dorella. That's this website. That's his name. And we buy it here in the Netherlands. Sometimes we order from various other places, but mostly. So the two cleats in this video I bought from Dorella. That's this website. That's his name. And we buy it here in the Netherlands. Sometimes we order from various other places, but mostly. So the two cleats in this video I bought from Dorella. That's this website. That's his name. And we buy it here in the Netherlands. Sometimes we order from various other places, but so the two cleats in this video I bought from Dorella. That's this website. That's his name. And we buy it here in the Netherlands. Sometimes we order from various other places, but mostly. So the two cleats in this video I bought from Dorella. That's this website. That's his name. And we buy it here in the Netherlands. Sometimes we order from various other places, but mostly. So the two cleats in this video I bought from Dorella. That's this website. That's his name. And we buy it. The hell is Nextslag? That sounds as good. What is that word? Nextslag. What is the betekenis van Nextslag? Yeah, I know. Fine, I accept all your shit. Yes, translate from the Vordenboek. Oh, okay. That's okay. That's I will probably not be using that one. That is the Dutch word for coup de grace.
Oh.
Slag waarmee veel geniet wordt. Genadeslag, the final blow. Strike that kills the game, or the final blow to a business that is already bad, and this accident has given them the death blow. Okay.
That's a word you can use with your D&D groups. I'd like to perform a Nekslag. Next. And it's Nekslag. Nekslag. It's literally a neck impact. Yeah, if you don't feel like fighting the really super big guys, you can just fade out.
But I have to do so before I'm in combat.
Yeah, that. I think it's almost time for the beer. I mean, it's very apparent that I didn't think Aaron was going to be home tonight, considering the beer I bought. What was the little game we were playing this morning? I also got Gross's Sommerbock, so I was like, I should really probably try this thing. But the shitty thing is it's a Sommerbock, so it's like 6.5. I'm like, fuck. You probably taste like Iowa wheat and like no alcohol. Like, fuck. Sommerbock. What the hell? I love it when I don't hold down my hashtag long enough and I try to type in hashtag Netherlands and it comes out as Netherlands. Post. I actually haven't even been on much on TikTok today. I'm probably gonna have some.
We don't have air conditioners as standard. They're only in like for anyone who's not in Ireland, we don't have air conditioners as standard. They're only in like companies and shops. In our homes, we don't bother with them because we spend most of the year trying to heat our home and not cool it down. So we don't have air conditioners in our home, and we currently have a heat wave. It is currently 27 degrees outside, and we just don't have anything to do with that. You sit in it. Currently 27 degrees outside, 26 inside. Normal night indoor temperature is about 19 or 20 degrees, and we can't get there.
That's pretty much true. Like I've just sort of generally adapted to the fact that this apartment is just gonna be at like 23 all the time, even at the coldest times when we literally had ice covering the lakes. Like what Boughton Eye. There was literally ice covering this thing. I was watching ships every morning just crunch through the ice to get to the locks. And yeah. Oh, nobody's watching now. I'm literally talking to nobody. There's usually at least one viewer. Nobody's here right now. But yeah, like if you're not really interested in the chests, like I got 3 of those guys and then left the last one and looked around for chests. Because after what happened with the turn them into snails and stomp on them, it lost power. The wand loses power.
Oh, that's why it's stomp on snails. Okay.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Okay, with the win and all, I've been trying to. So I just realised something. Hear me out. I live in a residential area in Amsterdam, and I have my door open to the balcony, and I hear my neighbours talking, and I realised that this Scouse accent with this melody, and such it, but there's melody and tempo are basically the same thing, and it blew me fucking mind. I'm like, how does Scouse and Amsterdam sound exactly the fucking same? Klopt me nou ook niet, dan moet je gewoon even goed luisteren. Hetzelfde melodie, hetzelfde tempo, like it was. They're both really fucking flat, and they have that melody. I'm telling you, it's exactly the fucking same. People want to helemaal heel veel mogen begrijpen. Ik denk die Amsterdammers, die Scousers, die spreken eigenlijk gewoon hetzelfde. Hij spreekt Nederlands, the others speak English, but at least the version of it. Tell me you don't hear it. Als je dit niet hoort, ja, goed, dan weet ik ook niet hoe je verder kan helpen. So I just realized it.
Scouse, pretty much around Liverpool. It's like this. It's that area right where Wales comes back in to the UK. That's where it's listed as. Yeah.
No, it's the Iowa dairy farmer. He's just laying down in random places. This thing, it says, when activists quit commenting dumb things on your TikToks and now you're bored. What am I drinking tonight? Krolsch. Krolsch. I wasn't sure because I looked up and there was nobody in here. I was like, I don't know. Should I go drink? But it's like 9 o'clock. Time to go. I mean, I don't have practice tomorrow. I'm not going, but it's time to get in.
You know what I mean?
So I'm going to be taste testing one from the same company. I just absolutely love Krolsch's Winterbock. I fucking love it so much. Like, it's a 9% beer that tastes like speculoos. And I'm like, oh my God, like I was buying it and people were they're like, oh yeah, I guess we'll have some Winterbock still in the thing. I'm like, please keep it on the shelf all the time. I love it so much. It's like speculoos and honey. And I'm like, how is this not? You know, and I looked up that sort of combination in the States, and they don't have anything really like that. I'm like, how do you not have speculoos and honey in your beer? It's amazing. So I figured I hate Lentebocks. They literally, like, I don't know what these companies do with Lentebock and what they think, but they're like 4-5% beers, and they're like they taste like the stem of weed. It's the back. Of course, yeah, 9%. Yeah, it's a triple. Krolsch. Krolsch Winterbock. Yeah, okay. LL 11071981. I'm putting a 1 in there. I'm old enough.
No, it's cool. I saw the one. Oh, what? Oh.
Yeah. So it says Zoot 4 out of 5, Hoppig, hoppy 2 out of 5, bitter 4 out of 5. Full on don't taste bitter apparently. Fruitig, fruitig. It's fruity 2 out of 5, and full, like full of body. It's 5 out of 5. Winterbock is, let's translate this for everybody. Winter Bock is a copper-colored bock beer with a mildly sweet Krauden. It says spicy because that's the word that it translates to, but it's Krauden. Taste of honey and speculoos. Specially brewed for the cold winter months, tastes with a full flavor of notes of honey, cinnamon, ginger, and cloves. In a seasonal product available from November 1st, 2021. Oh, it's 7.5. My bad. Not 9. But it's pretty strong in comparison to the Summer Bock, which is 6? Something like that. I should go back to the chat. How long does it usually take me to drink one of those? The Winterbock? It's very tasty. So, not very long. Their website says 7.5. But the thing is most of the Winterbocks are a little bit higher on their alcohol percentage. I will take even Hertog Jan's Winterbock, even though that one's just Krauden and Honig. They have winter beer, not Winterbock. 11071981. I know. Come on. There. Oh, Hertog Jan's is 8.8%. It's that's what that is. Hertog Jan Winter Beer is our 3rd seasonal beer, specially brewed for the cold, inclement period. The time of year, give us an idea. It's a heavy golden yellow beer with a sweet taste and krautig aroma, brewed in the same traditional way as then as it is now with natural ingredients. Blah, 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 marketing. How long does it usually take to drink one of those? I mean, it's just a regular bottle. It's only 330 milliliters. I mean, what were you expecting? Minutes? 10 minutes? Hour? If it takes an hour, it's going to get warm. But like, I would have 2, like in December, I had like 2 Winterbocks, and I would drink half of one, then eat my taco, drink the other half, eat the other taco, finish up with the whole second beer. And I could be done with that in like an hour. And that's in the process of eating something giant. A quick 30 minutes where the whip is not bashing over your head at the Beast Boy. Or you need it, or you need a break from cracking the whip yourself. I am so glad that song happened, because I had the Jurassic Park theme stuck in my head for a long time today, and I went to Burritos Anonymous and it played a different song in the thing, and I'm like, okay, at least you got the Jurassic Park thing in my head, but I forgot that song, so Jurassic Park is crapping into my head, so now I have that stupid. Oh God, just move, bitch, get out of the way. Which, out of all the terrifying videos I've seen on TikTok of Noord-Rijn-Westphalia and Plattengronden and België and Limburg, all that flooding down there, there's still like, there was a home that was washed, like this wasn't like the Wohnwagen that was rolling down, that was floating down the street, or the other video I showed you last night where the car was like driving itself down the road and actually went around the corner and down the street, and people are like, "Dag auto, dag, tot ziens."
Like, what do you do when the car is just being taken away? You can't run after it. You're gonna get caught up. You just like, bye bye. Have a nice night. But like, it was another one. It was a German house, and it was floating down the stream. But as most things in Germany are made out of brick and stone, it just went across this old tree, and it just like, and the tree went by and is underwater, and the house kept going. And all I had to comment was, "Move, bitch, get out of the way."
Okay, so no, I don't down them quickly because they're meant to be savored to an extent, but I don't drink beers to drink flavor. I mean, I do. Like, I just went over to the Winterball, so here's the thing. Side note. If you have a time of year you want to come visit us here in Amsterdam, I guarantee you I've got something great for you any time of year. You want to come in the spring? Okay, well, I don't really have a beer for you at that time, but we got King's Day. You want to come in the summer? Guess what? Well, okay, well, we have Zomerbach, but whatever. But we have endless amounts of daytime at night. Not as bad as Denmark, but, you know, you guys watch those other videos. It's starting to get a little bit, but it's not even 9 o'clock yet, but it's still like I'm leaving practice and it's not like I'm at the bus stop and it's starting to hit, like leaving practice at like 10:20 is starting to reach Aaron's visibility thing. But like in winter, we have Winterbox. All the companies, okay, except for La Trappe. The Trappistan beers don't usually do their thing. They just make their like 7 kinds of Trappist beer and leave it be. But like in the winter, you could come like around New Year's. You probably have to stay a little longer. You know, if you want, God forbid. But you get like the Winterbox, and you could get New Year's and various other things.
Experience that.
Just that. But like, you know, you come in like there's always something I can figure to do. Like even in the summer, it's like, oh, there's not much to do other than like, what, you're gonna come and only see the stuff at night? No, we can go down to Scheveningen and you can go wander out in this super fucking shallow ocean. I should do that. We're in the middle of summer right now, and we're going to go through a small heat wave. I should maybe see about running down to Scheveningen and just walking out there for a vlog.
Yeah.
The Tulpenvelden at Keukenhof. The Tulpenvelden Keukenhof. Keukenhof.nl. Like I don't know if like what you're thinking about. For like the tulip fields, like if you're thinking about the ones that are just long and straight, or if you're talking about the one that would be similar to like the Portland Rose Garden, where they have like manicured areas and like everything's in designs, because that's Keukenhof. That is Keukenhof. It is a. I just realized you guys don't know how to spell that. But like that is the plattegrond of Keukenhof. Yeah, it's oh no, the long straight rainbow fields are out there too. Okay. It's just that the splash image is something a bit more artistic. So yeah, that's Keukenhof. Kokenhof is currently closed. We look forward to welcoming you in 2022. What images? Yeah, that's the one. Kokenhof. About Kokenhof. Do you not post pictures? Why would you? No, I go to their Instagram. Yeah, but like if you're looking for the long lines of the rainbow of tulips, it's Kokenhof. It's a bit grim, but I think your mother would be okay to just keel over and die in the middle of Kokenhof. You know what I mean? Just looking at. Ooh, it's got a fairly large hedge maze too. I'm sold. Why is SpongeBob running through the tulip? Is that CGI? No. Oh, this hurts. That hurts to look at. That hurts a lot to look at. But the other thing I have is because I didn't think Aaron was going to be here, I was going to open it up out. At least I've opened it up on camera here before, and Aaron fully knew and was looking at it, and he still fucking flinched. They have a YouTube?
De lente is begonnen en keuken opbloeit.
Ah. Wow. 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 Looking at their videos.
Thank you. Wow.
Wow. The one thing that I'm actually glad about with Loki, not really any spoilers at this point if you guys haven't watched it yet, is the fact that they are intending to make it a series. That this wasn't exhibition like with Wanda to explore her character outside of just being the weird magic user in the party and all that jazz. And that it opened up the concept of more magic in the universe. And then Falcon and the Winter Soldier dealt with the endings of Captain America as Steve Rogers and moving on through the currently politically decisive world. But like with Loki, they went full. I mean, if you consider the other two Disney Plus series to be realistic fiction, Loki was whole ass fantasy. You know, like I don't want to put it in as the high fantasy, but it was like it came across its personal issues, but it was not. This was world building in terms of the MCU.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much that. But yeah, with Kokenhof, it says that it's only their opening times for 2022 are intended to be March 24th to May 15th. And Koningsdag is set to be on burping too much, April 27th. So they line up. Pretty well at that time. I cannot guarantee any. I mean, even at this point, even a week out, I couldn't guarantee any good weather for those times. But if you've been in the Pacific Northwest at all or seen things from there that involve April, pack accordingly. Our friend that visited did not pack accordingly.
No.
Oh, looks so nice there from your guys' vlogs. Yeah, because I know how to deal with being in Portland.
So when I talk about a Karen, you all know what I'm talking about. Oh, Bob, this is going to be a hard one to take.
The following is a comprehensive list of all of the rights that women should have, nothing more, nothing less. Number one, the right to
Real things that have happened to me while working at a pet store.
Excuse me, could you help me out? I'm going to be eating a lot of fish.
Yeah, of course I can help you out today. How many do you need and what type? Also, what size tank are you working with? So this is actually a project I've been working on for a while. I have a ton of tanks that have all been cycling, waiting for fish, and I'm going to need all of your barbs, all of your tetras, all of your cichlids, and maybe a few others. I definitely want to get some catfish, so I'm probably going to need a few hundred fish today. Wow, when you said a lot of fish, you really meant it. Do you have time, man? Because this is going to take me a while. That's a lot of fish you want. Yeah, I've been planning this out for a while. I knew it would take some time to catch you the fish. So yeah, I've got plenty of time. Cleared my schedule for this.
3 hours later with 200 plus fish bagged.
All right, man, all of your fish are bagged. We're going to open another register and make sure we can help you exclusively on that one so we don't back up the line. Are you going to be paying with card or cash today? Oh, I'm going to be paying cash today. Cash, okay. I'm going to go ahead and go open it till, I'll meet you over there in a few minutes, okay? Manager, that guy that I was just bagging all those fish for, he's going to be paying cash for all these fish, so let's go ahead and open up a till, but this is like thousands of dollars in fish. Something doesn't feel right to me, so could you just stick close by? Yeah, sure. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, though. Guy probably just has big money. I don't know, dude. Something just really doesn't feel right to me.
Real things that have happened.
It's like the guy that came into Toys R Us and bought the remaining supply of Tickle Me Elmos. I'm like, what are you going to do with like 57 Tickle Me Elmos? A bed. Have a nice day, sir.
He was probably, doing that weird, reselling thing on eBay, but it's still like tired of Trump supporters showing up on my FYP.
Do you know the name of those two machines at the gym? Like you sit down in them and like one you like you open up your legs and the other one you like close your legs. I call it the yes daddy, no daddy.
Like apparently, so I'm the only one that thinks like a goddamn child when thinking of those machines. Squeegees and spreadies.
Okay.
This guy who runs an OnlyFans and is all sexual, not necessarily pansexual, but he basically runs an OnlyFans, so he can't necessarily be discriminated as to whether he wants men or women to watch it, yada, yada, and he doesn't really care. So he calls it the yes, daddy, and the no, daddy. The guys at the gym call it the good girl and the bad girl. I'm like, they're squeezies and spreadies. I'm like the fucking 10-year-old over here. I'm like, what do you do with it? Well, I'm squeezing my legs together or I'm opening my legs together. This is the good girl. This is the bad girl. I'm like, what? You're like, yeah, we understand how that doesn't necessarily work for you. I'm like, yeah, because everyone's already on their knees anyways. I'm like, you don't have to open your legs for anything. It's just right there. It's kind of part of biology. I remember the look on the face of like Niels when I said that. He's just like, oh, he just came right out and said that one. Oh, we were talking about some guy. I was talking with Gabriel about someone at the gym, Terrence. And he goes, oh, and then there's Terrence. And I'm like, Terrence is a heart of gold, but he dumb as fuck. And he just looks at me and goes, thank you. Like, there's nothing wrong with him. He is like your perfect himbo. Like he's like a golden retriever, but he's not a people pleaser that a golden retriever would be. He's just dumb as fuck. He just walks around. Hello, Oster Jim Terrence speaking. Yeah. Yeah. I've been sitting there at the quad machine just watching Terrence go through a conversation. And I'm like, how many times is his little, what's the thing with the balls? Jacobs?
Oh, someone's ladder. Not Jacob's ladder, because that's a different thing. It's...
Oh, Jacob's ladder is the zzz, zzz,
Yeah.
zzz.
Whatever.
It's that thing. The ball's ticking back and forth. And I'm like, how many times is that going to happen before he says another word? Yes. Newton's cradle. I was going to be put on a list for that one. Physics balls on strings. Steven Milano started a live video because it's the Italian final soon.
It's been 9 years since this movie. Very interesting question.
It's been 9 years since this movie was released. There's no such thing as spoilers.
Since this movie came out, I'm still pissed off. Very interesting.
Newton's, yeah, it's the where you can like lift one ball. That's called Newton's cradle.
So what did everybody do this summer? I went to Disneyland. I went to Mexico. Wow. And Chris, what did your family do? I know, right, Stacy? I found that for $5 at a garage sale. It has some holes in it, but it's an absolute steal. Can we at least fill it halfway, Mom? Oh, are you paying the utility bill? I'm 8.
You're paying the utility bill. I'm 8, and it's the same girl with the little Russian kids. I like her. Yeah. I had one too. I got it tangled because I was trying to use other things with it.
The lack of context is thrilling.
But the Boston Museum of Science, which doesn't sound as cool as OMSI. I'm sorry. It's the same concept, but it's just OMSI, Oregon Museum of Science and Industry. OMSI.
It's the Omnimax Theater.
To the bench. Right off the bat, the face release with some rope in place. No need to be a beat there. What did you just say, Johnny? I said no need to join as well, not me.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Just take a quick look at. Yeah. Like you can see, that's the sewer line or the water main beneath it. The whole street just collapsed. Like I have way too many, like there's a lot of these videos. It's, if TikTok does anything locally, it's then these are definitely showing up because the Netherlands and many other people in Northwestern Europe are very watching this.
just made it Friday. Is all. So
Fish oil. 83% of fish oil is rancid on the shelf before you even consume it. The school of Dr. It's back. This episode, we have this gentleman telling people to stop taking these supplements immediately. Let's take this.
But after a fashion, I looked back up and saw Boston Museum of Science. The only thing I would technically want to go back to the States for would be the Museum of Math. MoMA.
I do want to see that.
But we have to deal with New York.
I've never been to New York. It is kind of on my bucket list.
Oh, Museum of Modern Art, Amsterdam is MoMA here. Yeah. No, this is still the. This is the Museum of Modern Art in New York.
MoMath. Sorry.
Yeah, momath.org. Even though I know it's generally designed for kids.
So I watched a video, now that we're down here with like the diehards that are adults, and I'm a smidge drunk. I watched a video that actually was linked to by Bo of the Fifth Column about an interesting direct correlation to the number of vaccinations in a state and how much Biden got in that state. Like, it's creepy that, like, well, to be fair, they used the larger number. So, like, in the wherever Trump won the state is the amount of unvaccinated people. And they're looking at, like, Arkansas, which had 64% towards Trump, was a 37%, or Oklahoma, it was Oklahoma. There's a 37% vaccination rate, which puts it as like a 30, it's weird. And to think that these states are down some of these states are below 40% vaccination.
God.
And I was trying to explain to someone that it's not so much that these states, well, there's less people in those states. I was like, here's the thing. If you look at the United States, at like overall, it's 60% vaccinated. 70% gives herd immunity, but 60% is where it's at. We're still looking at like 150 million people unvaccinated. That's 150 million permutations of mutation. And these are not like the random people spread around in the thing that can't get vaccinated. These are the people that,
That totally could.
and they're clustering. They're like within, whole families. Their whole cities are not. Did you get a wheat tortilla or something?
Not intentionally.
Maybe they ran out of regular tortillas and gave us wheat tortillas. But it was just super, super weird. And that, and you can infer from said numbers across, I think it was like the numbers are almost exact to the presidential weighings in like 35 states. We're talking blue and red, 35 states. They're within 1% of each other. The number of vaccinated and the number that Biden won, yada, yada. And that vaccination in the United States has nothing to do with health. It has absolutely nothing to do with health. It's all about politics. What spawned Bo to share this video is he saw on Twitter a whole thread of people beseeching Tucker Carlson to say that he got vaccinated on air so that their elderly parents would go get vaccinated. Because I only watch his show. Could you please say that you have got vaccinated and that it is safe? One, Bo said, Tucker Carlson and all those media types at Fox News, they've gotten vaccinated, but they will never say they were wrong. That's fun. I know you were on your lunch.
I have got big Loki theory. Spoilers if you have not seen the finale. I think I figured out the key to Kang's master plan. So
There is kind of a lingering thing about that whole thing, Kang's master plan. I don't know if he has technically a master plan, but he has been through this all. Like, he knew it was going to happen again. I was literally playing WoW at the very beginning of this stream. I was finishing up stuff down in the Maw because it just, well, Aaron's doing it right now. I mean, that's a PlayStation 5 right there. I play Subnautica on it, Infamous Second Son because the disc's in there, No Man's Sky. Whenever there's another Final Fantasy game that comes out, I'll play that one. Kingdom Hearts 3. What else have I got? Oh my God, your penis is so big. Whatever. That Ratchet and Clank game come out? Rift Apart?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, it came out not even a month ago, so we're not that far off. It was June 11th. I should probably get that. I should finish Subnautica first before I get another game. But no, I play a lot of video games. I play Star Trek Online. I play World of Warcraft. I play Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That's on that. It's on the PlayStation 5. Play Pokemon Go. A thing called Eggs Inc. It's a countdown. Oh, I should really go check on my ships right now. It's basically a weird cookie clicker game that's horrible. It's ridiculously science fiction because it involves launching chickens into space. And it's certainly not as bad as WoW, which launched raptors into space. To go seek out a new homeworld and get away from the terrible rigors of Azeroth and its politics. What in the fuck, raptors? I've been through a lot of quests on WoW, and it's just that whole thing is just
amazing.
Yeah, I will always, if I'm ever at a BlizzCon and anyone like asks me in an interview, what's your most iconic or favorite WoW quest? And I was like, raptors in space. It's also a loose end. Where did these raptors go?
Oh, that's fine. Yep. I'll be here. I don't know how well I'm going to be because literally Saturday is second shot. And I was a little wonky, but that was the day after. So who knows? I may have to pre-record that Sunday's video though for football. I have Disturbia stuck in my head. Well, I've had worse. I'm not saying Disturbia is bad at all, but I want to make a video about it now. I want to make a TikTok with Disturbia. A precise dilithium monocle, 10% boost. Boost. Boost.
Boost the boost so you can boost your boost.
I saw Gabriel in here a bit earlier, but no. He'll probably be back here in a little bit. What's that? I'm Mark. Jeremiah Puerto. And I explained the whole helmet thing. Hayden. Oh, there it is. 626. Oh, he might be back. I know that sound. You got a mage near you.
Yep.
I know that sound. That's spell steal. I've never heard that come anywhere else.
I didn't even hear it. I thought you were talking about the blink sound.
No, okay. The blink sound can happen multiple times. Sometimes I think if I'm not looking at my screen very well, I think I blink, but it's really like warp stalkers and make the same sound. But that shit, it's very indicative. Of spell steal. Of course I recognize the sounds of my own fucking spells. I wouldn't worry too much about Alioth because she just sort of wanders up and down and like heads into areas and takes them all off. You just have to wait for it to spawn. But it'll be literally in front of her. Him. Right there.
What's the best part of being a tank? I hit something, it comes to me. What's the worst part about being a tank?
I hit something and it comes to me. No.
What's the best thing about being an arcane mage? Doing a lot of damage. What's the worst part about being an arcane mage? Pulling off of tank NPCs. So for those of you who are still here, are you okay? He's just in case he wants to see if he still flinches. Moreover, watch Aaron carefully.
It's just loud, okay? It's just loud.
Just let you go. No. This pulls down in front there, and I push here and pop it. But the very first time, it's like super carbonated. Y'all heard that? Jeez. Like I probably flinched too, even though I was the one opening it. Nachos?
Boom, instead of burrito. I forgot to say the beans.
You scored your 15 heart points today. God, I hope so. Afternoon bike ride. 20 heart points. All right, because I only biked for 21 minutes. Because it doesn't know, because like heart points doesn't actually do much because your heart rate's not going very high while you're riding a bike per se.
Yeah.
So it just does a 1-to-1. Whereas if I were to actually go jogging or something, it would consider my heart, like if I go at a decent speed on the treadmill, it'll consider my heart points like double. But with the bike ride, it didn't do that. The Fitbit, however, says I did 100 minutes of activity, active minutes.
Did they give me nachos?
Those look like chips and toppings.
Yeah.
What'd you order?
Whole grilled chicken with chipotle.
Nope, that's what that is. You just, there's only like decorative chips on the outside, it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got a lot of fucking beans down there. I'm just letting you know. You'll be fine, though. You're just going to blow me out of the fucking bed tonight. Because there's no way to get those beans out of the rice very well. I just don't really want to play Disturbia right now because maybe
Monetization.
Yeah, and the off chance, like, to be fair, nobody rewatches these live streams with any frequency to worry about monetization. I just hate the notification. We stalk the moonless nights. Yeah, this is where I was like, what the fuck? Ugh, what the fuck? Fucking snatch Margrave's Sindrain. Margrave's Sindrain. Like, that's enough for you to go charging after. I mean, she's not the friendliest, but she's still on your side. Necrolord.
Yeah.
At least you have enough, like, you have infinite usage of the sparkle dust in case it hits. You get caught. I got caught so much. And I'm used to being stealthy. But yeah, I didn't have to talk to him or ask me, is there anything? There's just a little mushroom up next to him, and I just get on top of it and use my same. The hell was that? Oh, excuse me.
You know, that ain't happening.
He's certainly not. Damage report. What if another COVID wave hits the U.S.? Huh? Do you all not have rising cases due to Delta variant? It's definitely going back up. But yeah, like there's a sharp rise the beginning of April 2020, sinks, rises again in the middle of the summer, and then sinks down for September. And then like it almost feels like that was the wave we were waiting for. Is in the fall. Like everybody got hit super hard because like the United States went and then January, February, it started decreasing a lot, but now it's picking up again. But like Oregon has 3,000 cases. Oklahoma has 6,000 cases. Mississippi has 4,600 cases. Florida has 69,000 cases. California, 35,000. New York, 8,000. Texas, 31,000. So like there's definitely this weird correlation when you're looking at like New York, a highly populated state, 8,000 cases. Washington, 6,900, 7,000. Oregon, 2,900. California, 35,000. Florida, 70,000. Georgia, 10,000. Illinois, another major city, Chicago, 7,000. Yeah, there's a total, according to this statistic, it was the New York Times, last updated 20 hours ago, 51,000 cases in the United States. And it's doing an upturn. The Netherlands is freaking out because we hit 10K. To be fair, that's a lot for this small little area. Like that's the general thing, but it's turning up. Could it hit? Probably. And oh, the blue line is also a 7-day average. So the actual number of cases is a little bit higher. Oh, the new cases is 51,000. 7-day average is 30,000. But like I said, it's been climbing since the 6th of July. It went from a 12,000 7-day average to a 30,000 7-day average in 7 days. 16,000 total new cases to 51,000 in 7 days. What happens if what was that title? What if? No, we're not even at a what if.
Yeah.
You almost done?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you're done with at least the thing. You got your achievement?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, just I'll end the stream. Did you want to go for at least a walk around the skate park?
I haven't thought about it.
Just,
Yeah.
It's not like super dark right now and anything. I'm just like 9:25 was the last time Matt said that he was going to run. See you next week. It's been like half an hour, 15, 20 minutes.
And I also haven't eaten.
Oh, we can go. Well, you had at least your
Quesadilla.
Yeah.